Hello everybody. In this video, I'm going to just very briefly talk about Snapchat, which was up a remarkable 37% yesterday, which is just absolutely crazy for a company of this size. And this is especially crazy if you look at the price of Snapchat just a month and a couple of days ago was at $7.90. So if you started investing anywhere close to $8, you're already looking at close to double your investment. And this is crazy for how well established of a company this is. And many people may be wondering why a company as big and well established as Snapchat may be able to increase as much as 37% in one day when Google or Facebook or Twitter would pretty much never be able to do that unless some miracle happened for the company. The first reason we just saw was that they were hit particularly hard in the last few months, as most companies have been, but this is probably the biggest reason on your screen right now, is that they were expecting 20% loss on revenue of $427 million, but they actually reported an adjusted loss of 8 cents per share. So they beat revenue pretty drastically, and you can see there on the last line that revenue in just the last year has increased by 44%. Next up, I wanted to take a look at Snapchat's revenues, which have increased by a pretty solid amount year over year for the last 4 years. They're at about 1.75 billion dollars in revenue for last year. But if you take that into perspective and consider that Facebook has $70 billion in revenue, then Snapchat is still pretty small. Even though Snapchat may see some pullback today, they are doing extremely well for themselves, especially during this time. But I also wanted to take a look at a couple of bear points for Snapchat. And I actually want to just mention that second one, that Snapchat's management is protecting its control over the firm, which is kind of a weakness and a strength, but I actually see it more of a strength for most companies. For Snapchat, it could make sense to take on some strategic partners that could help them with advertising revenues, but they seem to be doing pretty well for themselves right now. Then I wanted to talk more about this first point, which is that Snap may struggle with advertising dollars against the big guys, which are Google, Facebook, and Twitter. And Snapchat gets about 98%. You might as well say it's everything, because it's 98% of their revenues is from their advertising. Something that Snapchat does struggle with is that most of their users are in their 20s or younger, whereas on Facebook, Twitter, and Google, you really have a better demographic of all age groups, so that kind of hurts among advertisers. Snapchat is definitely becoming more well-established, but as you can see here, even since their IPO over 3 years ago, they're down 29%. So I'm not really bullish or bearish on Snapchat. I think they can continue to increase their advertisement revenues, but if it's going to be a better investment compared to other social media stocks, I couldn't really say. There's definitely more potential for growth, but the limited demographic in the age group is worrying to advertisers, and that's definitely a worry for Snapchat for me as well. I hope you enjoyed that really quick overview of what happened with Snapchat yesterday, and come check out my channel for more videos and subscribe for more content. Thank you so much for watching.